It's the Grimsby anthem of Sing When We're Fishing that's ringing around Wembley at the moment. The big catch is within their grasp. Sampson's throw. And at half-time, it's Grimsby who have the advantage, thanks to the goal in the 18th minute from Kevin Donovan. Slackness at the back from Northampton, who didn't deal with a through ball from Burnett that was intended for Leicester. Donovan nipped into the space and took it round the goalkeeper, and Alan Buckley had just cause to celebrate his team taking a very useful lead. They've managed to withstand the Northampton pressure since. Most of the possession has been with Grimsby anyway, and at half-time at Wembley, it's Grimsby 1, Northampton Town 0.
Pace, vision, grit, leadership, flair, precision, and magic. Can England supply the winning ingredients? The last stop on the World Cup warm-up. Catch all the action with contenders France, Belgium and Morocco. Ford International Football, the King Hassan II Cup, Wednesday and Friday, Sky Sports 2.
It's good to know you can see Bobby's on the beat. Or take a quiet drive through the countryside. In a land where an Englishman's home is his castle, we can still find the odd thatched roof. And in London, you can see a pearly queen or two. It's good to know things haven't changed a bit.
That's mine! That's mine!
Stop it, both of you.
Daddy, this one's hers. But it's hers.
Well, why don't you share? Look, let her play with it for a while.
You're 6 and she's only 4. Just share it, yeah?
Hey, get off, they're mine.
Looking good, over. Close, close. 7 Hornet ball. 20 seconds, everything looking good. Let's go out on 47,000. Status check, Rick.
Samsonite, world proof.
Athlete's foot can be hard to shake off. That's because there can be 2 bugs to deal with. Unlike most treatments, Dactarin gets both, giving athlete's foot a blast! Dual-acting Dactarin.
Those who evolve succeed. And e-business from BT can help your business evolve. While you sleep, a website can sell your goods across the internet. You can work on projects together when you're miles apart. And you can find vital business information in seconds. BT has already helped thousands of companies to evolve. Call for a free guide on 0800 800 800.
In the next 3 goals, there could be £500,000 in it for you.
You're on.
Win up to £500,000 in the Pot Noodle Soccer Scandal Special.
The Rover 200 from £9,700 with 1 year's free insurance.
There's exclusive live coverage of the Benson and Hedges Cup quarter-final from the Foster's Oval on Wednesday, when holders Surrey take on the one-day giants Lancashire. Wednesday from 11 in the morning on Sky Sports 1. Half-time at Wembley in the Division 2 playoff final. It's Grimsby who have the advantage. They lead Northampton by 1-0. Great atmosphere at Wembley this afternoon. A crowd in excess of 60,000, and this is what they've seen so far. That 1 goal, 10 attempts at goal, 6 for Grimsby, and they've had both on target. Northampton edging the corner count by 3-2. 14 fouls and 2 bookings. John Gale early on for a very clumsy challenge, and John Frayne, the men who've seen yellow. And the action areas are quite revealing. Look at that, total domination by Grimsby, and they've had much more of the ball as well. Tommy Widrington and John Ward are my guests this afternoon. 1-0 a fair reflection of the first 45 minutes, John?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, those figures speak for themselves anyway, but the way that Grimsby have used the ball, I think they've defended really well. I mean, apart from that, saying that they've gone forward and had a lot of work at the other end, when the set pieces have come in, the 2 centre-backs and Davison at the back's been an absolute cornerstone for them. They've been really good in that department, because you've got to be brave to defend well against Northampton. But yeah, it's fair. It's fair at the moment. Grimsby are the best side.
What do you reckon Alan Buckley will be saying at this stage, Tommy?
Well, whatever it is, it'll be loud. It'll be it'll be enthusiastic. You know, he'll know now that there's a glimmer of light in that trap door, and he'll be striving for that second half. But you know, we've just got to reproduce the same performance in the second half. As John says, Northampton have only been in our last third of the league for 20% of the possession, but of that 20%, you know, the ball's bobbling around there, and it could fall to any one of the claret shirts, and it's 1-1. So, you know, sometimes you just not got to look at the stats as such. Possession-wise, because that is our game. We'll keep the ball for long periods of time. Maybe we've only had 2 more chances than they have.
Well, the decisive goal came in the 18th minute, scored by Kevin Donovan, who's a good friend of yours. The initial ball in by Burnett is presumably meant for Jack Lester rather than for Donovan, though.
I think so. It would have been good ball if Jack had got to it, but Kevin, not shown there on the replay, Kevin had made an astonishing run, because the play itself had come from our final third, and Kevin's found himself on the left wing. He's just continued running over towards the right, and there he pops up. Of course, nobody's marking him, and I thought he'd done a little bit too much there.
Yeah.
He's kept his composure fantastically well, because the goalie's stood up for a long time, and I'm sure he's over the moon with tucking that away.
You shouted as soon as he got into this position, well, he's not going to miss from here, but yeah. You're right, just for a moment it did look as though he'd done too much.
He did, but he's kept his composure. Obviously the goals don't move, he knew where it was.
And that's who's that meant for?
Yeah, he come running over. I said to him before, and I says, if you score, mate, get over to have a look at the studio, because I'd like to be down there on his back. But it's nice that he's remembered that, because I don't think I would remember with 60,000 fans and the Grimsby lads at the other end. All wondered where the hell he was going, but I'm pleased he'd done that.
Good of him to remember. Peter Handy's side could have put Grimsby in front a few minutes before. He's not exactly a prolific goal scorer, just 1 in his career up to now. This is pretty close though, John, isn't it?
Yeah, I think when a centre-half gets there, he's looking for somebody to pass it to, really. But Tommy had a little smile. I think when the caption goes away and you see him running back, he's got a big smile on his own face there. But yeah, he's pretty close, and he looks as if he's got the ability to do more things than that. He is a good footballer, as Alan mentioned in the commentary. He can play, and he's got a decent strike on him. But
does he get a bit of stick for not scoring more goals?
Well, he gets away with it, actually, because he's a good footballer. He starts a lot of our movement off from the back. You'll notice Mark Lever's more, no disrespect to him, he's an up and downer, you know, he's a defender. John Gill's made for him. He'll be enjoying that battle. Peter's more of a footballer as such, and he'll come forward, and like John says, sometimes when he comes forward he's just looking for that pass, the telling pass that maybe he hasn't scored the goal, but he's had a very big part in it.
Well, Northampton have created the odd half chance. Freestone and Gale combining up front, and very early on they produced perhaps the best moment of the half for Northampton. The power of Gale initially. Should Freestone have done a bit better then, John?
Yeah, he snatched at it a little bit. I think the boy slipping in front of him has just thrown him a wee bit. But this is John at his strength, really. The ball in the box, and then he's looking for the guy off him, and there's Chris looking in there. So it just falls over, and then he snatches a little bit here and pulls it wide in there. But that's where Northampton, as Tommy said, if they get one of those that drops right, it doesn't matter if you have 70% of possession. If one of those drops right for Northampton, then that's a major problem for the Grimsby lads.
Yeah, we spoke about their power at set pieces. It hasn't worked for them yet. At half-time, it's Grimsby, the Mariners, fishing for their biggest success in years, who are leading the Cobblers by 1-0. Very colourful afternoon at Wembley. Oh dear! The Pink Dragons come a cropper.
That's a booking, surely.
That is a booking. It could be a red card. It's not raining, but it's hot, it's exciting, and we're back in a couple of minutes.
A Sky Movies exclusives presentation.
Let's bet. I win. You have to do whatever I want.
I got a bet down that's gonna cover everything.
All you gamblers are the same.
Give me 15,000. I'd never cheat. Never.
You got 1 week to come up with the money.
Stick a bullet behind his ear. No, officer. It's a perfect crime, Mike.
Ray Liotta, Angelica Houston.
That's a bet.
Phoenix, a Sky Movies exclusive. The first ever British screening. Soon on Sky Movies Screen 2.
There is nothing like the feel of a new car. The look, the shine, the smell. Now Armour All have bottled it. Armour All Protectant. It protects, it shines. It's new car juice.
From executive producer Steven Spielberg and director Mimi Lieder comes the biggest event in human history, Deep Impact.
Part of the art of living is living with living things. Talk to your plants. Play music to them. If corn has ears, why not cornflowers?
At Homebase, we have 300 trained horticulturists who guarantee the quality of our plants, or your money back. And we've a specialist garden design service.
Get back to the earth. And if you have no earth, try a couple of bags of potting compost.
There's no place like Homebase.
Hey, is your film as easy to load as this? Hardly. Can your camera take different picture sizes whenever you want? Oh, shame. How about an index print that makes it this easy to order reprints? Nope, thought not. You don't just need a new camera. What you need is an advanced photo system like Kodak Advantix. It's a different kind of film and a different kind of camera. Together they can help you take pictures. Further.
In 1991, the Sky Sports story began with a promise to take sports coverage to new heights of excellence. We delivered.
And the winner is Sky Sports.
Many awards later, Sky Sports continues to enjoy a reputation second to none for its achievements.
Everyone who watches Sky Sports, this is for you.
And 1998 has seen more awards for Sky Sports than ever before, including another from the Royal Television Society and the most prestigious prize in television, the BAFTA.
This is Sky Sports.
Award-winning coverage as standard.
Bank Holiday Super League on Monday when last year's First Division champions Hull take on Warrington. Monday 7:30 over on Sky Sports 1. Here on Sky Sports 2 at half-time in the Division 2 playoff final, it's Grimsby who lead Northampton by 1-0. No changes at half-time. Tommy Widdrington and John Ward are my guests this afternoon. Presumably, John, Grimsby just carry on as they have been. Northampton have got to improve on their set pieces.
Yeah, I think Alan will be happy with his Grimsby performance, obviously, and that guy we've just seen there, Kevin Donovan's the one that has got to get the ball to and use more of. But Ian will be disappointed with his team set plays because they've had good positions, even allowing for the fact they've not had a lot of possession. They've had good positions to deliver, and we've seen in all the match clips in their build-up, they score goals off set plays, and they're not very good today.
We can now hear from the Northampton manager. Ian Atkins is with Alan Bentley.
Ian, you're still smiling there. You're known for the power of positive thinking. Are you still in this game?
Oh, definitely. I think we've had a little bit more quality in around the edge of the box. I mean, we've had 1 or 2 opportunities. And we can come back from this. It's just a little bit disappointing. We're defending a little bit too deep, making it easy for their strikers. And our strikers aren't really getting hold of the ball and linking up. But as I say, if it don't happen in the first 5-10 minutes, and we'll change it round.
OK, thanks, Ian.
It's make or break in the next 45 minutes. Let's rejoin Alan Brazil and Rob Hawthorne.
And if he does need to change it round, then Ian Atkins has players on the bench who are quite capable of doing that. Jason Dezelle, who's got 6 goals this season. David Seal, who's got 14, including 1 against Grimsby. And Grimsby themselves know the power that the manager has in terms of substitutions, because it was a change of their own that brought a change in fortunes when they were here 5 weeks ago, when Kingsley Black came on. 20 minutes later scored the equaliser, and then Wayne Burnett, of course, got the golden goal in extra time. Grimsby in the second half kicking towards the end where they got that goal, but Northampton now kicking towards the end where John Frain's free kick settled the playoff final a year ago. And away goes Heggs against Peter Handyside, who really has dealt with him and the rest of the Northampton attack in a very composed fashion.
I think you're right as well, Rob, that if Northampton don't improve, I think there'll be a couple of quick subs.
Clarkson looking to get it into Heggs. Gallimore is there. This is Hunt. Heggs. Clarkson, 3 waiting in the box. Burnett threw himself in the way, and it's Groves who's completed the clearance.
Well, that's the little bit extra quality in Atkins talking about. Final balls in the box. Find one of your own players. Not leaving it short so the first defender easily clears.
Grimsby have clearly done a lot of their preparatory work on counteracting Northampton's set plays, and so far it's been working.
Yeah, I think Lever and Handyside have been superb for them. They know they're in for a battle, and Alan Buckley says, look, if we stand up to them, match their enthusiasm, commitment, then our class should tell in the end.
Handyside just hesitated there against Gale, and Lever had to come in and help him out. Gallimore. In slides Ray Warburton. This is Sampson.
Now you're going to be looking for a good start. First 10 minutes of the second half, come on, let's put them under pressure. Whereas Alan Buckley will be saying, right, you know, we defend well, keep the ball when we have the ball, keep possession. And our 2 front men with their running and the movement will cause them more problems.
Here's Donovan.
Only one thing in his mind there, one touch and finish. Not this time.
Well, Kevin Donovan scored in the second leg of the semi-final to secure Grimsby's Wembley place, and now he's scored on this big stage to give them the lead. But if Northampton need inspiration, then I'm sure they could look to their semi-finals. They had a 2-goal deficit to overturn there against Bristol Rovers, and Ian Atkins was thoroughly impressed with the manner in which they did it, hammering home 3 goals to overturn that deficit.
I think John Gale's goal away from home gave them that was the hope they needed. Without that, I think they were dead and buried. But they'll go right to the final whistle, Northampton. Big, strong, fit side.
And can they now recapture some of that semi-final spirit? Slice clearance from Sampson. That's Warburton. Smith. Burnett hits it against Heggs. That's Lever. Heggs. Hunt, who showed good anticipation to win the possession back initially. Now Frey. Can he launch another one? He's played the 1-2 with Freestone and didn't get enough behind the shot.
Yeah, superb. Couldn't get enough behind the shot. Freestone showed for him. Frey just a little wall pass, but good possession from Northampton. Good run, intelligent ball back. Can't get enough on the strike. Good start to the second half for Northampton.
What a fairy tale that would have been if John Frayne had managed to score there. That was actually his, or Northampton's, first attempt on target.
Yeah, the guys at half-time in the studio were saying, Rob, that when you're getting the ball in the box, it just needs to fall kindly, and suddenly 1-1.
Away goes Heggs, driving at McDermott. Cleared only to Frayne. This is a good start to the second half from a team wounded by that 1-goal deficit. Hunt here, battling his way through.
He's unlucky, Rob, isn't he? He's unlucky, sheer grit and determination. There's no doubt, I think Handyside should have done better. Football on centre-half, but he should have been a little bit braver there. Hunt gets a chance on the right foot, and that is a good opportunity. You've really got to hit the target here. Handyside should have done better. Gets a good touch, and the finish is woeful. And Ian Atkins thinks, come on, we've got to take these half chances, boys.
But he will at least be encouraged by the start that his team has made, and certainly the crowd are getting behind them now. It looks as though Grimsby might have to resist quite an onslaught. He's telling them to get forward.
Yeah, he's pleased with the start, Rob, no doubt about that.
The 11 who started the game doing their chances of staying on there without the need for substitutions. The power of good.
It raises the fans as well. Suddenly the decibel level's gone up from the fans away to our right.
But can Grimsby subdue them once more as they did with that first half goal from Donovan? Handyside. That was Hunt. Here. Ian Clarkson. Freeston just beaten to it by Gallimore.
So that's the difference between the two sides there. Freeston's adjudged to have fouled Gallimore. If Freeston, with all his pace, hasn't found space in behind the centre half. To be fair to him, the service has not had enough quality, whereas the Grimsby service to their front player has given the two strikers great opportunities. The movement's certainly been better from the two Grimsby, Leicester and Nogan. Well, what a following Northampton have brought here, over 40,000, screaming the heads off to try and get the Cobblers back in the match.
To be hands there from Leicester to control it. Clarkson, cleared by Sampson. Lever. Gallimore. Lee Nogan. Donovan, the goal scorer, going wide of Frayne, now taking on James Hunt. And can he provide here? Knocked away by Clarkson for the corner.
Good play from Donovan. Once again a threat, and suddenly Grimsby push Northampton back.
Well, we haven't seen the sort of quality we might have expected from Northampton in their set pieces. Lever here is going forward for this Grimsby corner. Beyond him and Handyside towards Groves, but Warburton was aware of the threat that he provided. Gallimore, still 4 Grimsby players in the box, and Lever is among them. Woodman punches, and this is Hunt.
That was a good punch from the goalkeeper, but the service from Gallimore was a decent ball into the box. That's been the difference. Yeah, we've not seen a lot of this fella, have we? Straying into an offside position. Chris Freestrom maybe Ian Atkins think they're changing it up there. And he's got a great opportunity with Dazelle and Seal to try and unlock this determined Grimsby defence.
Nogan. Good work from him. Bonetta's turned up about 8 yards from goal if they can find him, but it's behind him. Held back into Bonnet by Donovan. Donovan has now stayed in the centre. Frayne just got a toe to it, but it came off the Grimsby man last.
Yeah, Burnett's had a good game, that central midfield, just trying to gain a corner there. Frayne stuck to his task well, but he's a good player, this fella. Passes the ball well, started the match very well, and then suddenly I thought Northampton were getting on top in the midfield. But Groves and Burnett's a good combination in there, the central midfield position for Grimsby Town.
Clarkson, flick on by Freestone. This is McDermott. Heggs just behind him. The flick from Nogan. Sampson crucially covering there against Leicester, who's been very lively. Good play from McDermott. And here's Nogan.
Great challenge from Warburton.
But it's fallen for Smith. David Smith.
Yeah, unfortunately, little Smithy on his wrong foot. Had no option to come inside on the right. Had it been on his left, I'm sure there'd been better power in the strike. Well, it's certainly lively enough now, Rob. End-to-end stuff.
Here's Northampton's luck going to change. If it doesn't pretty soon, then Ian Atkins might be making a personnel change.
Yeah, the combination up front, Rob, it's not working, is it? Freestone and Big Gale.
And it looks as though David Seal is going to get the call.
These two again, look, 10 yards apart. Great play from two strikers. So close to each other, working with each other.
Hill. Frey. Freestone trying to slip in between the two Grimsby defenders. Handy side clears. It's purposeful stuff from Northampton, and it's just making Ian Atkins delay the anticipated substitution. Hunt looking here for John Gale.
Good goalkeeping again. He's looked safe as house as Aidan Davison. No wonder 30 clean sheets in 62 games. Could it be 63?
Here's Leicester. It's against Hill.
Oh, just trying to bend her there, Leicester, with the right foot, looking for that left-hand far post. Northampton are taking chances now. They're pushing people forward, and Grimsby looking to catch them on the counter.
Now Gale, and this time Heggs has gone into the box, but it's overhit for him.
Yeah, overhit, and that could seal his fate, I hate to say it.
Seal his fate. Is that an intended pun with David Seal, the man to come on?
I'm glad you picked it up, Rob. He doesn't waste time, Ian Atkins. It's a brave decision saying, right, come on, let's change him. He's worked hard. He's not really overpowered the two centre-halves of Grimsby for me. And he could easily take him Freestone off, but I think Freestone's pace could still cause problems. That's why Gale's off.
Gale is one of the Birmingham players who followed Ian Atkins from St Andrews, but there can be no loyalty when hard decisions have to be made, and yet again he's been withdrawn at Wembley. But there is an injury problem here to Mark Lever, who's been struggling while that change was being made.
Well, I think they've been excellent. Handyside and Lever certainly stood up to the task. Just there, I think it was. I think Gale, to be honest, trod on him.
So Gale may be gone, but he's left his mark. And the throw-in aimed here towards Seal.
Once again, they've got in behind the Grimsby defence, but Seal just on, a little bit cold perhaps. Can't get direction on the intended lob across goal. Looking for Freestone, and hopelessly wide.
David Seal, sold by John Ward from Bristol City to Northampton. Club record signing at £90,000. Well, I gather it's being paid in instalments, 10,000 every 10 appearances.
Certainly Northampton have started well, haven't they? I'm sure Alan Buckley back there must be thinking, come on, let's keep, let her get possession game going again. Passing the ball, we're giving it away too easy. Does he think they make the change?
Well, Northampton have had the better of it since the break. Now, can the substitution change their fortunes? He's in here, Seal! And Davison, grateful that he'd come a long way for that.
First mistake from Lever. And Seal, crikey, he's been in the action, he's only been on a minute. And Lever just takes his eye off the ball at the crucial time. Suddenly Seal in behind, but Davison again, quick off the line. Good stuff from the keeper. Coming to the rescue of his big centre-half. Brave, diving at the feet of David Seal and smothering it well.
You're right, Alan, it is going to be a Grimsby change, and Steve Livingston is the player who is going to come on.
He can play up front or at the back. There's a kid at Coventry when I was there, worked hard at his game.
Well, Lee Nogan is the player coming on, and it was Livingston who's coming on, who actually gave away the penalty that David Seal scored when the sides met in the league at the Sixfield Stadium back in February. Northampton won that by 2-1, but on that occasion Livingston was playing at the back and Peter Handyside was out.
Gives him a little bit of aggression as well up there, and obviously back there defending set pieces. Livingston will get back and get his head to the ball.
Seal lays it off to Heggs.
Good play again from Handyside. It's good pressure from Northampton. The Cobblers searching for the equaliser.
Clarkson gets his throw-in back, in charges Smith. Smith was committed.
Wow, more pressure again defensively. And Grimsby have got to stick to the task. They've done it so well for just over an hour. Livingston, the sub, back in there helping Lever and Handyside out, saying get there, look at his commanding.
Well, look at the queue, they really are packed in again. And a glancing header from Seal, who's looking for another strike. And every time that Northampton have packed them in there, Grimsby have marshalled their resources well, and Leicester here has set Donovan off on a break. Is it going to be another one-on-one with Woodman? Could it be two? What a saving challenge from Colin Hill. Hill's experience put to the test, and Donovan there met his match. Donovan's cross. Here's Groves.
What a chance for Grimsby. Donovan, Hill, superb defending, but he got the chance because Donovan's cut inside wasn't good enough. It's a great break. He has a look at Woodman, thinking of a chip there. He comes inside and the touch is not that great, and that's what gives Hill the opportunity to get back and sliding in. Just there, it hits his left leg, but good defending from Colin Hill, and that's kept the Cobblers back in this match.
Well, that lift Northampton's spirits for a revival here.
It's also give Grimsby a lift now, Rob, under the cosh now, beginning to express himself with possession and pushing forward again.
Smith, given away by him to Sampson. Northampton break on here with Seal. Freestone offering support as it slipped in behind Handyside, but McDermott saying, leave it to me.
Yeah, he's another one who's had a smashing game for Grimsby. McDermott, great full-back play, covering his centre-half. Excellent.
12th year in the senior side for this man, John McDermott.
And when the danger's down the left-hand side, he's tucked right round, playing almost alongside Handyside.
Hill just keeping a watchful eye on the presence of Jack Lester. Samson. Freestone. Obstruction by Gallimore on Seal, right on the edge of the box.
Seal's done well here. I think Gallimore's a little bit unlucky here. Just in the edge of the box. To be honest, he shakes his head. I think he's unlucky. I'd love to see it again because Seal reacts quick. But I think Gallimore was just holding his ground. Let's have a look. Just there. No one knew where the ball was. Maybe unlucky to get a yellow.
First time this afternoon that a Grimsby player has seen yellow. Tony Gallimore cautioned.
Can Northampton, can they deliver a perfect ball in this box? Frayne might try to strike on the left foot.
Plenty of options here for them, plenty of worrying for Davison to do. Frayne has moved away though from the situation as Clarkson curls it in. And the flying header right across the face.
Yeah, I think it came off Lever again. I think Warburton gets in well here. But look at Lever stick to his task well. Not far away, another corner.
Samson trying to apply his head to it, but Lever just getting the touch behind. Frayne's corner whipped in. Cleared by Handyside, but Frayne with another opportunity here. Cleared by Groves and then by Donovan. Can Grimsby here continue to hold out?
Tremendous pressure, isn't it? From Northampton, tremendous pressure. As you say, Grimsby battling away back there, aren't they? Flinging themselves.
Well, after all their problems when the club went into receivership 6 years ago, Northampton here, trailing by a goal. Livingston looking for a second. Oh, agonisingly wide.
Well, I thought he was going to burst the back of the net there, Livingston. I think he does this superb, and I thought, go on then, bang it away, and tries to lob the keeper. And I think that's a goal kick. I don't think Woodman got a touch on that. It just wouldn't come down from for the volley to the far post. Tries to direct it, just dink it, and that's a goal kick.
The referee's decision is final though, and now another substitution from Grimsby. And Kingsley Black, who came on to turn their last Wembley final by scoring the equalising goal, is coming on to take the place of David Smith. This is an unusual substitution from Grimsby in that when they often make a change on the left, Smith reverts to left back and Gallimore goes off. But this time, Smith is sacrificed. Donovan's corner, and the referee saw some pushing there.
I tell you what, Rob, you just wonder. Donovan's had a real good chance. Livingston there had a glorious chance. Are they going to regret the misses and let Northampton back in this match? Because the clear cuts have certainly, the clear chances have gone to Grimsby.
Still a quarter of the game left for Northampton to bring about a revival in their fortunes here. Grimsby holding on to that first half lead established by Kevin Donovan's 21st goal of the season. Here's Heggs. McDermott just got his foot in. And the back pass is a real risky one. Freestone in here. And right across the face of goal with no one there to apply the touch. But Kevin Donovan, who scored Grimsby's goal, could very well have cancelled out that advantage.
Yeah, good goalkeeping again though, isn't it? Freestone's quick on it. He had to do it there with the left foot, the foot for me. tries to feed it in the box for one of his fellow strikers. No one there. And Kevin Donovan, goodness me, heart in his mouth. And Freestone couldn't get away from the keeper far enough to tuck it home. What a chance. Ian Atkins can't believe it. It's not going to be our day.
Well, he looks heartbroken already, and even for a man who believes in positive thinking, he must be wondering now if his luck is going to turn.
Well, you can't fault his players for effort, can you? Really battering away at Grimsby now.
Handy side. Jack Lester. Black. Gallimore. This is Clarkson. Another substitution, and this time it's being made by Northampton, and on comes Ali Gibb. And he's taking the place of Colin Hill, who made that great challenge on Kevin Donovan that's given Northampton a continued chance of winning this game. But on comes Ali Gibb, who's been on the bench for the last 12 matches, former Norwich youth team player, was actually in their youth team with Keith O'Neill.
Yeah, he can be electric as well, Rob. And that's just what Northampton need.
Gibb was on the bench last year but didn't get on, so making his Wembley bow.
And sometimes you need a little bit of luck in there, put the opposition box, falls to the right people, and it just hasn't happened for Northampton this afternoon.
Black. Cleared by Hunt. Here's Frey. Lever given away to Heggs.
That's the story of the match for me. Northampton, when they have had chances, final ball not good enough. Again, Heggs, who's got quality, can't deliver. Again, Aidan Davison says, thank you very much. 6 yards out.
Clarkson, who's moved into the 3 at the back since the withdrawal of Colin Hill, and Gibb has slotted into his old role on the right. The best chances for Northampton really have fallen to Chris Freestone.
Yeah, I can count 3 at least. Half chances though, Rob.
Here's Livingston.
Grimsby, for me, are the quality of the two sides. Northampton's determination and grit have kept them in this match, but the clear-cut chances have gone to Grimsby.
Clarkson gives away the free kick.
I think Leicester there has been fouled. He's had a smashing match, the youngster up front.
Black. Clarkson. Clearance by Pear. Handy side. This is Leicester, only Livingston at the moment in the box. Burnetta's gone in there too, though. And turned back in by Donovan. Livingston!
Yeah, that's the difference, you see. Livingston makes a good position in the box and Donovan finds him.
Donovan trying to move from scorer to provider.
Yeah, could add 2, but this is quality. Just dinks it in. But the big fella Livingston can't get enough direction on it. Still 1-0. Still time for Northampton to get back in it.
Well, Grimsby going to rue these missed opportunities.
Well, referee had a good look at that one. think now it's a case of Grimsby holding on, Rob.
Well, Ian Atkins knows that his opponents have been a little less adventurous of late and wants his team to really work hard at them. Just over a quarter of an hour left.
So this feels a cracking game lever for Grimsby. He's been reading things well, he's been heading the ball well. They're a tower of strength back there.
His testimonial season marked out by 2 appearances here at Wembley. Victory in the first. They're clinging on at the moment for a victory in the second. But Northampton's resolve never really in doubt. They're looking for Freestone here, cleared by Handyside. Hunt. Heggs. John Frayne. Pear hit himself in the face, cleared by Groves. There's Burnett.
Touch of quality from Burnett there, not just hoofing it. Just try to calm things down.
Wayne Burnett started this season in the First Division before being discarded by Huddersfield. Are he and his colleagues heading for a return to the First Division next season?
Well, sing with your fishing from the Grimsby fans again. They sense victory, Rob, and promotion.
It would be a prompt return. They were relegated at the end of last season, despite winning on the final day and winning quite emphatically too. They actually made a very slow start to this season. Just won 1 of their opening 8 league matches. But they've come good when it mattered.